Hello Curveball and welcome back to my channel. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Lisa and I am the Curvy Cuban. I focus primarily on colorful eyeshadow looks and I dupe palettes. Today's palette that we're going to be duping is the all-new Anastasia Beverly Hills by Amrezy palette. I had quite a few similar shades right off the bat on the top of my head, so I couldn't wait to dupe this palette, and I knew that I couldn't possibly just do one look with it. I had to do three. So I'm gonna bring to you three different looks that would have come from this palette had I purchased it, but because I have dupes for all of these shades, I didn't need to purchase it. So if you'd like to grab your makeup collection and follow along with me, see if you can't come up with some of these looks not using the ABH by Amrezy palette, then you should just keep on watching. But before you do, don't forget to hit subscribe, tap that notification bell so you don't miss any of my new videos, and give me a huge thumbs up because it helps me out a lot. Now, let's get into the video. Then I'm gonna start out by duping the shade OG. So let's just start by popping it in our crease. That I have a nice wash of color, I'm gonna go in deeper with Sempsa. Go back in with OG. So let's just tap that outer corner and create a smoky look. And I like to take mine just a little bit under the lash line as well to kind of give like an outer C shape. All right, so for the inner corner, I'm going to adorn my inner corner of my lid with Anastasia, which is a very pale pink shimmer. We're gonna move right on into Barb. Put a little bit of my cupcake dupe on here, which looks a lot like Barb because they're all very similar. If you saw what I was working with in the pans, they'd look like exact dupes, but on the eye, they're all pink shimmers or glitters, pressed glitters, so it's gonna be hard to tell the difference. But that Resi is like a flamingo pink shimmer, so let me grab that one for the outer corner. Now I really wanted to dupe that pop of blue on the lower lash line. And I'm going to dupe the shade Wasted. So I'm gonna throw on some lashes and we'll be back to take a look at the final version of look number 1 on Dupe That Palette. We'll be right back. Okay, so this is the final look of look number 1. And we'll be back shortly for look number 2. Okay, so the first shade we're going to be duping is New Yorker. And I am just gonna apply this color with my fluffiest of brushes and establish the shape I'm going for. Then I want to get a little bit more precise at my Morphe M505 crease brush. And we're going to move into the shade OG. I'm just going to deepen it up a tad, sticking with the same shape. we're gonna move on into 1988, which I am sure is the year of her birth. And we're gonna go a little bit lower in the crease and deepen it up even more. And then I'm gonna take my fluffy again and go back in with New Yorker, and blend out those edges. All right, and then the outer corner, we're gonna do Yugo, which is that chocolate brown. And I'm also gonna bring that underneath the lash line. Whatever's left on that brush, I'm just gonna carry on through the crease. Now I'm gonna stamp BK on the lash line, rather than using a liquid liner to give it that smoky feel. And I'm gonna quickly line my lower lash line with black liner. And I'm gonna continue to stamp BK along the lower lash line. Primarily on the outer third. I want the inside of the eye to be brighter, so I'm not gonna stamp black all the way through the inside. Now, Gemini. Put just a little bit more Yugo in the outer corner, and then I want to open up this area with Wasted. So I'm just going to go back under with some OG just to tie the entire lower lash line together with the fluffiest of brushes, so it's just a nice blown out smoky look. This is final look for look number 2, duping the ABH by Amrezy palette, and I will see you tomorrow to put together look number 3. Look number 3, I'm going to try to get through this quickly. I'm going to start off with some OG, because that is like the best transition shade in the entire palette. Funny thing is, every day that I dupe these shades, I'm actually duping them from different palettes each time to see how many times over I can dupe this palette and get away with it. So the OG I'm putting on my eyes today is not the same OG that I used yesterday or the day before that. Just goes to show how many of the same colors you will find in your collection. This OG that I'm actually putting on my eyes is from BH Cosmetics, by the way. So it is not a high-end, expensive shadow. All right, now I'm going into the shade Semsa, also from BH. All right, so now I want to use the shade Yugo, the crease in the outer corner. First, I'm just gonna place it on the outer corner, and then I'm gonna slowly bring that through the crease. I'm gonna take my giant fluffy brush and I'm gonna go back in with OG and blend out the edges. And using the same fluffy brush, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Sensa and swoop that color right back on in. I'm gonna go back in with some more Yugo. In the inner corner, I'm gonna go in with some Anastasia. And then I want to dupe the shade Cupcake. And lastly, I'm going to dupe the shade Amrezy. And we're just gonna go Barbie pink right here into the brown. All right, I wanted to add a teensy bit of BK in that very outer corner. And add some liquid eyeliner. I think it'd be nice to wear like a purple eyeliner today. And I'm just gonna grab my ColourPop Shade Piggy Bank. All right, gonna go do the face makeup and we will be right back in a 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so moving back onto the lower lash line, back with some BK. And I wanna go with New Yorker. A little bit of Anastasia. Add it to my inner corner with what's left on the brush. And that is it. That is the final look, number 3 of Dupe That Palette, ABH by Amrezy. Hope you liked this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me take whatever I have in my collection to create looks from one of the most sought after palettes on the market. And like I said, I've done 3 looks with this palette, and I will say every time that I duped these shadows, I used different shadows of my own. So in theory, I was not only just able to dupe it, I was able to dupe it 3 times over. So I really encourage you to look into your collection and see what you have before you make any big purchases, and see if there's not something that you already have that you didn't even realize that you had. I mean, a lot of these shades I haven't picked up in a long time, so I got some use out of a couple of palettes that I bought a while back, and like I said, a couple of them are BH, so they're really cheap. I probably paid $3 or $4 for them at TJ Maxx, and I was able to create this beautiful look. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that this inspires you to get use out of the makeup that you already own, rather than running out to buy the next $49 palette, because technically you probably already own it. You just gotta call it something different. So until next time, my lovelies, stay curvy and stay creative, and I'll see you in a week. Bye.